Are you ready to see the smallest, most efficient solo Bitcoin miner in action? Well, this is the Bitaxe Supra 401 from bitcoinmerch.com. It is a silent, low power and easy to use Bitcoin lottery ticket that could just make you rich. Recently, someone has just hit a Bitcoin block valued at nearly 212,000 US dollars. So let's dive into how this mighty little device is shaking up the mining world and how you could enter the Bitcoin lottery every single day. So let's go over some of the specs of this thing. So we can see right here, we're looking at around 600 gigahash, give or take, for only 14 watts. So this thing is super efficient, right? Compared to some of your other Bitcoin miners that are using 3,200, 3,600 watts. Yes, they will give you more hash power, but no, they aren't nearly as efficient as these things. So when it comes to your electricity bill, your power bill at the end of the month, you won't even know this thing was online. It's super energy efficient. It's also customizable. So if you have the know-how, you can overclock these things. I will leave a link in the video description of how to set these up. And if you want to overclock, I will say do at your own risk. Now, you will squeeze a little bit more juice out of these, but always be careful and make sure you know what you're doing if you decide to go that route. Not only are these things efficient, but they also stay super quiet and super cool. So it has a really good auto fan setting in it that will keep the miner at the exact temperature that you want. The Bitaxe is super easy on the pocket as well, only around 160 bucks. We can see Bitcoin merch here does have a big discount going on, so it might be right to grab one. If you're interested, remember, do your own research. Don't just do what I say. If you want to grab one of these, there is a link in the description. So jumping over into the pool side now, I'll leave a link for where you can find the best pool for you. It's miningpoolstats.stream. The best pool for you is always going to be, when it comes to solo mining, the pool that gives you the lowest ping. So I'll leave a link for that and you can decide that all on your own. So you can see the 1 minute hash rate, we're a little bit higher than we should be, 745 gigahash, so we'll take that right now. It has only been on this pool for about 12 hours or so, so this 1 day and 7 day hash rate here will creep up as it's online longer, but right around the 600 gigahash is what you'll get, unless you want to overclock, of course, like we said previously. So just a little bit lower down here, we can see what our daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly chance is. So 1 in 6 million-ish, you know, you think not very good, but this does churn over and over and over and over again. And with such a low investment, 150 bucks, you know, not bad. Say you spend $1,000 on these, this drops down to a 1 in 600,000 chance daily, and just keeps churning over and over and over again. So you're basically looking at $1,000 or so investment for a 1 in 600,000 chance of winning $200,000 every day, day in, day out, for as long as these things last. So not too bad, and you know, obviously still not amazing, but let's have a look how that compares to some of the other sort of lottery events that people like to enter. So let's have a look at some of these numbers, right? So poker machines, slot machines, whatever you want to call them, a 1 in 9.7 million chance of winning for only $5,000. Now, people throw way too much money into things like these. So in this case, the Bitaxe, much better bet. Now, Tats Lotto, this is an Australian website, so you can do the maths with the 25 million population. If you were to put this in America, this number gets a lot higher. So 1 in 8 million chance, the Bitaxe still doing better, and that's for 300,000 to $1 million. So there is a slightly higher end here, but the 300,000 is not too far off. The Powerball again, the 3 million plus, 1 in 134 million. Like I said, bigger populated country, that number gets even smaller. And you can see as we go further down, you know, this Bitaxe for the investment is actually, if you're into, you know, the lottery and things like that, you have a much better chance of winning on this, in my opinion, than you do, you know, throwing 50 bucks a week into the lotto or anything like that elsewhere. See here as well, Oz Lotto, 1 in 62 million. So you do the maths, you decide what you want to do there. So that's what we're working with, guys. The Bitaxe Supra 401, a pretty cool little lottery unit, if you ask me. Personally, I'm probably going to grab myself a few more of these just because I like to take the odds and do the betting. Little bit of fun, but remember, always do your own research, guys. Don't just do what I do. If you're interested in grabbing one, there will be a link in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.